I remember conversations I've had. I've talked to hundreds and hundreds of cancer patients directly and asked them questions like this to try to understand their mindset better. When someone tells me that cancer is the greatest thing that ever happened to me, I want to understand why. And someone else tells me cancer is the worst thing that's ever happened to me, I want to understand why. And so when I ask them why, it's so fascinating to see the difference, right? Somebody who says cancer is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Why is that? Well, because I'm in pain, or my medical bills. It's just my life. I don't know, the fear, the anxiety. I don't know what's. Obviously, I absolutely feel for somebody in that situation. I have so much empathy and compassion, and it's heartbreaking. And then I talk to somebody stage 4, cancer survivor or stage 4 cancer patient. They still have cancer, but they say it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I say, why? Tell me why. It's helped me connect deeper to my own purpose in life. It's helped me get out of my own, ego and focus on what can I do to help others. It's helped me to take better control of my health, my diet, my nutrition. I've changed everything about eating, and I exercise now. I do sauna, and I do all these things where I actually feel amazing. And in fact, actually the cancer stopped growing as well, by the way, and I'm starting to feel better, and I have a better relationship with my parents or my children, whatever it might be. And so, and I've heard that over and over and over again, where cancer is actually a wake-up call, and cancer is a blessing. And so it's not easy for somebody with a new cancer diagnosis to go, oh yeah, it's a wake-up call, is a blessing, right? They're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Especially when you walk into an oncologist's office and they say, you have cancer, you have 3 months left to live, we got to rush you into chemotherapy, radiation, surgery right away, you're going to die. And someone's like, oh my God, what do I do, right? And that's why having a meditation practice is essential, because you can actually step back and go, okay, let me sit with this for a little bit. Let me really process this and meditate on this and ask good questions and not act out of fear. And let me act out of a place of empowerment. And how do you get empowered? We've got to educate ourselves, get a second opinion, a third opinion, talk to a functional medical doctor, an integrative medical doctor, a holistic doctor. Let me learn more about this, before I take any actions that could directly impact my physical body and my life for the rest of my life, something that may be irreversible, like surgery or chemotherapy or radiation in many cases. So let me, take a step back. And that's where that meditation practice comes in. And many of the cancer patients that I've worked with, I've coached, I've consulted with, one of the things that they attribute as part of their healing journeys, people who I call cancer conquerors, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, all kinds of cancer, that they've reversed using a holistic approach or an integrative approach, meditation, some form of meditation or qigong, some form of mental emotional practice, and usually multiple practices. They claim it was essential to their healing, and I believe it 100%. 100%.
Yeah. The Mayo Clinic in 2014 began a study back in the early days of Muse, using Muse for women with breast cancer. And what they did was they gave Muse to, I believe, 30 women who are awaiting surgery for breast cancer. They used it for some weeks before and some weeks after their surgery for a minimum of 3 minutes a day. And what they saw was an increase in quality of life and a decrease in the women's stress and fatigue during the entire cancer care process. And the women continued to use the device after their cancer care was finished, because it continued to give them benefit and give them improved QOL.
Thanks for listening to the Nathan Crane Podcast. If you found value in today's podcast, please share it with others, subscribe to catch future episodes, and leave a rating and a review. For more information or to connect with Nathan, check him out online at www.nathancrane.com and follow him on Facebook and YouTube at Nathan Crane. Until next time, this has been the Nathan Crane Podcast.